just want to say thank you to all of you as sports educators, because you guys have a responsibility to sift through tons of misinformation that's out there in sports. I mean, there are so many processed foods, a lot of fake products out there. Like, I don't know how many of you have heard of muscle milk, and you know, it's not even really milk. And if you really look at the ingredients that are in some of those products, probably none of us should be taking those. And I think also you guys are the gateway to health, really, for young people. And I certainly appreciate that, especially with the health crisis that we're in this country. And you know, kids are going to listen to you guys oftentimes even more than they are to their parents. So from me, as you know, having lots of coaches influence my life when I was growing up, I just want to say thank you for everything. Oftentimes our focus in athletics is on what we do before competition rather than what we do afterwards. And I think a lot of athletes don't realize just how depleted you get, not only from what you do, for me personally out on the basketball court, you know, including travel. So it's important to recover properly. In the WNBA, our schedule was pretty rigorous. I mean, we could have a game literally in New York City one night and a game in LA the next. And it's not quite like the NBA. We were traveling on commercial planes and, you know, not chartering flights, etc. So, you know, it was very, very important for us, not only, like I said, what we did on the court, but to get ready and be able to handle all the travel. So that's important. That's something that I think people don't think about in sports, especially on the professional level. I try to eat as little processed foods as possible, and milk is one of the most, sometimes it's like so simple, it's hard to believe that it's actually so good for us. So I hope that you guys will take all of the wonderful information that Ruth gave you and take this back to your athletes, because it is affordable, it's natural, and it's really, really good for you. And I've always, just as an athlete and as a human being, believed that health, good health equals good performance. You know, they're really one and the same. So if athletes and young people can keep themselves as healthy as possible, they're going to perform to the best of their abilities. I've never been interested in any sort of performance enhancers or anything to that nature. And I think kids are fed a lot of misinformation, thinking that they have to do a lot of these things that aren't good for them in order to perform well, but that's entirely not true. The healthier they are, the better they're going to perform. So I've taken what I learned in my athletic experience and now applied it to my life. And you know, as Ruth mentioned too, there's a real deficiency in vitamin D across the board in our country, because we're not getting as much sunlight, we're using sunscreens, etc. And that actually causes a lot of joint problems, a lot of other health issues too. Thank you all again for everything that you do and for being here this morning, and hope you'll encourage your young people to drink chocolate milk. Thank you.